I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
Throughout Western culture, there's a common misconception that audiences, mostly the male demographic, won't want to watch a form of media if it involves a female character. While this is a fun card to pull by immature feminists looking to justify their radical men-hating nature and the go-to scapegoat for any modern piece of media which values an agenda or inclusivity over proper storytelling, it's a narrative that simply isn't true. There are countless examples which effortlessly dispel this notion. Ellen Ripley, Princess Leia, Sarah Connor, Beatrix the Bride Kiddo, Wonder Woman, Black Widow, and Fa Mulan, just to name a few. Now this isn't limited to serious roles with characters like Lucy Ricardo, Phoebe Buffay, Moira Rose, Linda Belcher, Kitty Foreman, and literally all the Golden Girls being considered one of, if not the funniest characters of their respective shows. By the way, don't y'all judge me for loving the Golden Girls, that show still holds up and they're hilarious.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go take a long, hot, steamy bath with just enough water to barely cover my perky bosoms.
You're only gonna sit in an inch of water?
This is why you're not going to accomplish anything by accusing men, such as myself, of getting our feelings hurt over a woman being the main character.
Let's blow those whining women back to the Dark Ages right where they belong!
Okay.
What we want is a well-written character, not one whose sole purpose is to fan the flames of gender warfare.
I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie.
You bitch!
Because it wouldn't work. Girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. Girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Oh, absolutely.
We have to make sure of your ability to tolerate the stress and regulate your emotions, especially your anger.
Well, here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. When I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it pretty much every day, because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or I might just literally get murdered.
What the hell are you talking about?
So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
For the past several years, Hollywood has been laser focused on the idea of the girl boss. This is a character who, rather than wanting to help however they can, demands to be the main hero and damn you for ever doubting their abilities. Their attitudes are oftentimes abrasive, with a propensity to have their "hey, look at me" moment.
I don't know how you're gonna get through all that.
Don't worry.
She's got help.
But how are you going to get through all of them?
Don't worry.
Girls get it done.
I'm inspired. You inspired?
Oh, yeah.
Girls, get it on.
Done. Girls get it done.
Sure do, Ashley.
It often comes across as pretty try-hard. So why don't audiences respond well to this idea of the girl boss? Regardless of the original meaning of the phrase, the girl boss moniker has gone through a metamorphosis into that of a female character who either has a chip on her shoulder or an eagerness to prove that they're equally as compelling or oftentimes more compelling than any male characters in their movie or genre. It's basically an evolution of the already exhausted trope of the strong female character. Whether someone is a strong female character or a girl boss, the impression they leave on the viewers is almost universal. Rather than proving to themselves that they can accomplish whatever challenges they face, they're instead more focused on proving how much better they are than those around them. It comes across as more like Hollywood is trying to manufacture some kind of imaginary competition between men and women that simply doesn't exist. It's even more noticeable when big-name actresses themselves call out this trope, with actresses like Emily Blunt calling it out for just, well, how cringy it is. Men and women shouldn't be pitted against each other in hopes of advancing an agenda that the majority of moviegoers simply don't want, and frankly, one they never asked for.
Yes, die, die, die! I have everything and you have nothing!
Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, Ray Palpatine, the forgettable cast of The Acolyte. These characters typically come across as a try-hard attempt to say that they're better than men.
Because I do it infinitely more than you.
Infinitely more than you.
Agent Romanoff, would you escort Dr. Banner back to his...
Where? You rented my room.
The cell was just
in case you needed to kill me, but you can't. I know, I tried. I got low. I didn't see an end, so I put a bullet in my mouth and the other guy spit it out.
Infinitely more than you.
While this is absolutely the case when it comes to Brie Larson,
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him.
Is Brie Larson a gamer? Great question. Duh.
Smug aura mocks me.
I did my stunts because I thought that that's what everyone did, and then...
Tom Cruise, I mean?
No, I want to be the first me, not the next Tom Cruise. Thank you very much. No, I want to be the first me, not the next... No, I want to be the first me, not the next Tom Cruise. Thank you very much.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up, okay?
the fault usually lies with the writers, directors, or the companies behind said movies or TV shows.
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
All these media properties tend to lean into the false understanding of what audiences want.
Kathleen Kennedy is down on set right now ruining the new Bambi movie.
Any diverse woman in it, make it gay.
Bambi's a baby deer.
Fuck baby deer, put a chick in it, make her gay.
With She-Hulk and The Acolyte being particularly reliant on the men are terrible mindset. As in She-Hulk, the theme of misogyny is pretty much the basis for every male character's purpose.
To be fair, I thought I was dating Megan Thee Stallion.
Sorry, you thought you were dating Megan Thee Stallion?
That's right, there's only one Megan Thee Stallion.
What am I watching? I don't know, but I hate it.
We're honestly expected to believe that Jennifer Walters, who is played by the objectively very pretty Tatiana Maslany, sorry, I can't pronounce that name, can't even get a man to say yes on Tinder unless she's in her She-Hulk form.
Why the fuck you lying? Why?
Despite the fact that the majority of men and women who are on Tinder already have exceedingly low standards and are only using the app since nobody in their hometowns wants to give them the time of day because they're so used up.
What are any of us really looking for? I'm looking for that special someone who's going to change my life for a period of like 20 minutes.
Sure. Gloria, 74.
74!
But in She-Hulk, the men are so shallow they won't even give a girl who's way out of their league a chance at a one-night stand unless she's a giant green sex doll with exaggerated proportions.
I met a guy, and I haven't heard from him.
It must have been your personality.
Then you have shows like The Acolyte, Then when these shows inevitably fail, they blame the same demographic of viewers who they intentionally set out to trigger as the reason for the poor reception, rather than acknowledging the shortcomings of the writing, directing, or acting. Instead of admitting they simply missed the mark, it's much easier to just incite false anger over a narrative that doesn't exist.
Hyper-conservative, bigotry, vitriol, prejudice, hatred.
It's like she's fucking 5!
The willingness to prioritize an agenda over entertainment only to get mad at the same demographic they chose to attack validates the theory that the companies that fund these properties are so out of touch with their audience. These projects come across as nothing more than a shallow cash grab attempt at milking the financial success of a well-established brand. They know these ideas can't stand on their own 2 feet, so they slap a shiny Marvel or Star Wars sticker on the box as a guarantee.
But why do they put a guarantee on the box then?
Because they know all they sold you was a guaranteed piece of shit.
And y'all, I know that I keep saying this whole idea of men hating women doesn't exist is a little controversial, as of course there's going to be some weird demographic of people online who want to hate on women and vice versa. But this is the minority, okay? The majority of viewers who go to watch these movies don't care if it's a man or a woman or anything. They don't care as long as the movie's good. We just don't want to go and be force-fed an agenda over some kind of idea that we don't really care about. That's not to say that a movie or show can't have an agenda or express a deeper meaning while also being entertaining. Movies like Blade Runner, Schindler's List, American History X, and The Shawshank Redemption all hammer home different themes about the ups and downs of humanity, all while being considered some of the greatest and most impactful movies ever made.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. All those moments will be lost, like tears in rain.
Yet it's the world of TV that has really refined the art of entertaining social commentary while not sacrificing quality, with shows like South Park, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, The Boys, and countless others succeeding in this objective. It's Always Sunny is the one that I want to spotlight the most, as the way that they include social commentary in such a way that you don't even realize it's commentary until the episode's almost over is just brilliant.
The Restaurant Bar Association's Best Bar Award is coming up. We could get nominated.
Frank, we never get nominated for awards, okay? Look, am I curious as to why we never get nominated? Sure. Yeah. Do I care? Not in the slightest. All right. It is a little odd we've never been nominated.
At some point, it becomes a little aggressive.
So what is it? We don't deserve it?
Yeah, I don't get it. You already did this. Shouldn't we do our own thing? Why are we copying the guys?
No, that's the whole point. It's the same exact thing, but it's with women, right? So it's a new idea.
Okay, I just feel that if it's all with women, then it should be better.
Why can't we just do the same thing?
Because if we do the same thing, then why are we doing it at all?
However, the idea of being heavy-handed with a message and sacrificing quality isn't limited to female-focused properties. With once beloved shows like Family Guy, a show with a predominantly male audience now being viewed as nothing more than a mouthpiece for Seth MacFarlane's political beliefs. It's often jarring just how heavy-handed the commentary of Family Guy actually is. This objectively proves what I've been trying to say, that the mass majority of the audience, including men, don't care about the gender of the characters or the showrunners.
I am the 327th baby of a black woman who died during childbirth that year.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Inserting female propaganda pieces into a movie franchise that's predominantly skewed towards males is a recipe for disaster.
Put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more fucking lame.
By attempting to appeal to the smallest demographic of viewers at the expense of the majority, you're sending a message to your largest potential pool of viewers. It's a message that says, we know you're the ones who made it successful, but you're not welcome here anymore. If you give your movie and the audience the love and respect they deserve, you can literally have characters who both men and women idolize. With a perfect example being Lord of the Rings, with characters like Aragorn exemplifying the perfect ideals of healthy masculinity, and characters like Éowyn exemplifying how to write a strong, well-written character who just so happens to be a woman. She lives in a male-dominated world, so of course she's been sidelined by her overprotective father. It makes sense that she struggles with the idea of wanting to prove not to others, but to herself that she's just as capable and as helpful as the male soldiers around her. It comes across as genuine. You really understand where she's coming from and you root for her, and when she stabs the Witch King right in his fucking face, you just stand up and applaud her.
No man can kill me.
I am no man.
Companies like Disney are the most unforgivable ones, as they literally made a perfect character model to follow in Mulan. A movie that came out in the 90s, when I was a kid. Mulan never once makes her journey about being a woman who is better than the men. Her only focus is to pretend to be a man long enough to train and get good enough to make a difference in the war, sparing her father's life. So with a perfect example in the company's history, their failure to recreate this simple formula is the ultimate indictment on their understanding of what viewers want. So I just want to say this directly to Hollywood. We're not tired of female characters. We're tired of the nonsensical retaliation against the people that you seek to anger in hopes of creating buzzworthy headlines and the willingness to politicize any and all forms of media. Focus on refining the quality of your movie or show and then sprinkle in the lessons or talking points sparingly. Don't do it with some well-named IP that people really love. You know, you don't test the water's temperature by jumping off the high dive. You put your toe in the water. If you just treat these properties like baking a cake and stick to the tried and tested recipe for success, the viewers will come.
You know when some people have dogs that look like them, and this is a tray bake that looks like me.
So please do us and your investors a favor and leave behind the idea of the girl boss and instead focus on the idea of writing great characters who just so happen to be women, rather than them being great characters who are great because they're women.